gorgeous, welcome back to Life in Style. Today's video is going to be a haul video, but this is going to be a haul video from my recent trip to Tampa, Florida to visit my best friend. I try to go see her at least once or twice a year because she's pretty much down there alone, so it's always nice to go and visit and spend some time with her. I will say that unfortunately this time around that I went, the weather was absolute shite. Like, there's no other way to put it. They had a what was it, a tropical storm, I believe it was. So here in Connecticut over this spring, if you live here or anywhere near here, you know we've had no spring, literally. It's been rainy and windy and cloudy, not a lot of sun, very cold as well. Like, even the temperatures wouldn't get up to anywhere near normal for springtime up here in Connecticut. So a really good friend of mine from here that she was traveling with me, we were like, we're gonna get away from here, we're gonna get some sun, we're gonna get some vitamin D, we're gonna rejuvenate, we're gonna go to the beach, we're gonna go to the pool, and all of that shit went right into the garbage. Cloudy every day, thunderstorms almost every day, rain every day, sometimes very heavy as well. We were trying to get to the beach one day. We tried to do that on the Friday that we were there. And as we were driving there, the sky just kept getting darker and darker, and it was like Armageddon. So once we were getting closer, like, this just is not going to work at all. So unfortunately for that reason, the trip wasn't as relaxing as the year before because we were able to get to the beach, we were able to get to the pool, we were able to be out in the sun and really kind of soak up that energy from the sun that we've been lacking here. And we were actually trying to get away from, but unfortunately we brought the bad weather with us. So, but of course, every time we go down there, we always end up going to the outlets, shopping, and we usually go down Memorial Day weekend just because we have Monday off, so we can have kind of an extra day without having to take vacation time. And we always go to the outlets on Monday because the sales are really very good. So I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I purchased. I got some jewelry, handbag, and then of course makeup. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that. I had to go to Walgreens to get some tape, I think. So when I was in there, of course, anytime I go into a Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, I don't care what store, I'm always going to go to the makeup section just to see what's going on. So I did end up getting two things. I did find the tape I was looking for, but I did end up getting two things there. I did find the new Wet n Wild collection, the Hummingbird collection. I keep forgetting what the hell it's called. But I found the Baked Blush in Dare to Soar, which is the really nice, deep, dark fuchsia. I've only swatched this on my hand. I haven't actually worn it yet, but I cannot wait to get this on my cheeks, especially in the summer when I'm a little darker. I really think this shade is going to look absolutely gorgeous. The swatch was beautiful. It was really creamy and blended out nicely on my hand. So I have high hopes for this. I've used these types of blushes before from Wet n Wild, also their highlighters in this type of packaging, and I haven't been disappointed. So I don't suspect that this is not going to work for me. And then the second thing that I got when I went to Walgreens, I was really excited to get, is one of the Milani Hypnotic Lights holographic eye toppers. This is in, I want to say 03. I don't see a shade name here, but I just see a 03 here. But this is what it looks like. So they're pretty short. They're almost like the Stila cream shadows. And this one, of course, because it was like mermaidy and kind of unicorn colored, and you know, the kind of the duochrome type of thing, I was very, very drawn to it. So I'm just gonna swatch this, and hopefully the camera picks up on that. I just blended it out a bit, but you can see how it picks up really nicely on that reflex, and it just kind of, as you move your hand there, you know, kind of picks up different shades and colors in there, which I really love. And I haven't worn it on the eyes. I swatched it before and kind of let it dry, and it dries down really nicely, so I cannot wait to use that as well. Then I had to go to Ulta because this time around I was very, very good with not packing so much. In the past, I have overpacked as far as makeup goes and probably use about 70% of it. So I said, no, we're gonna, you know, take what we need and nothing more. So of course when I'm there, I'm like, oh man, I have an idea for an eye look and I didn't bring what I needed. And actually I have one of these things that I purchased, but whatever, now I have a backup. The first thing I purchased is a NYX Prismatic Shadows. This is in Frostbite. I wanted something very bright for the inner corner of the eye the night I did my makeup. And I wanted something silvery, and I knew that these shadows, like the prismatic shadows, are very good. I've owned many of these in the past. So I went ahead and purchased this, and it did the trick beautifully. It's not going to show up too much on the hand. I'm going to see if the camera will pick it up. But inner corner, yeah, and it kind of does pick it up. Inner corner was absolutely smashing. It looked so, so good and so bright. And I just absolutely loved it. So I'm glad I picked that up, and I don't have that shade. The next thing that I bought, which I actually do have, is another NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Cobalt. So basically this is just, if I can open it here, it's just the blue color there that you see. I'm going to go ahead and just swatch that on my hand so you can get a better sense of what that looks like. This is pretty much kind of the blue that's everywhere right now. I mean, blue is so, so hot in the world of makeup. So I knew that I wanted to do my lower lash line really thick and really blue. And so I decided to start out with this. I tend to start out with pencils and then add shadow to kind of add more depth, dimension, and really kind of smoke that out. And then the shadow that I got in blue, I believe it's the name of the actual shade is Acid Rain, but this is a Maybelline shadow. It's one of their single shadows. I took the name off the back, so I don't even have any idea what it's called. But I will link everything that I can down below, because a lot of these products are readily available. So that's what it looks like. Again, I wanted to keep that kind of cobalt blue look. And this on top of the Jumbo Eye Pencil was an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous look. So these individual shadows from Maybelline are quite good. I own another one in teal, and it is creamy and buttery, blends out beautifully, and just lasts for hours and hours. So if you're kind of on the fence of, you know, if you need an individual shadow, these are a definite recommend for me. Again, because I have used them before, and they're really, really good. So at the outlets, they do have a CCO. This time when I went, and I don't know if they had it last year or not, but I noticed they had a luxury cosmetic outlet. And I'm like, okay, what's that? So I already had gone to the CCO, and I'm just like, I was going to keep walking. I'm like, let me just see, let me just browse, and let me just see. So the first thing I noticed at the luxury one was a huge, and I mean huge, Kiehl's display. I've used Kiehl's in the past. I don't really use it too much now, but I have been seeing a lot of videos that people are just loving Kiehl's products. And this is the Cream Decor, I guess, body moisturizer. This is just like basically a body lotion, but this is probably one of their better sellers from the line. This is a limited edition, so it had like a Christmas motif, but it was 60% off. I don't remember how much I actually paid for it, but it was inexpensive enough for me to get it. I'm obsessed now with this lotion, and I wish that I wasn't, because like I said, this shit is not cheap. But the thing that I love about it, it has the very slightest scent, like so slight, of good old-fashioned moisturizers. If you remember stuff maybe that your mom used that just smelled straight up like body cream, but it's very light, just a hint. It doesn't last on the skin, which is really good. So if you're someone who is sensitive to fragrances, prefers there not to be fragrances in your products, like body products, this would be okay, because again, it is so light and it doesn't stay on the skin. It's just something that if you're smelling from the bottle, or once you're putting it on, it's there, but then it just completely dissipates. So damn you, Kiehl's, for making me love this damn body cream, because now I'm going to have to keep buying it. I need another job. The second thing that I got, and I swear to God, I almost like lost it. Like I almost blew my top. I'm looking at this table of Urban Decay stuff that was on a bigger sale within the store. And I'm just looking, and I'm like, oh, I see a blush palette that I own. And then I kind of look to the left of that, and I'm just like, that was my face for like, I'm not kidding, like 30 to 45 seconds. This has been sold out for a very, very long time. You can't get it anymore in the States. Like sometimes I'll see some, I believe Sephora has it, but they don't ship to the States. I don't understand why that is. Anyway, this is the Urban Decay and Jean-Michel Basquiat. I hope I'm not butchering that gorgeous name. This is the colorful eyeshadow in Tenant. They had both, and they had several palettes of both, but this was one of those things that I didn't get, and I didn't get fast enough, and it was like such a regret, because First of all, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I did read on Jean-Michel, and he is, or was, excuse me, was, may he rest in peace, a fabulous artist. And as you can see, just very kind of in-your-face street, very colorful, just very eclectic type of artwork. They made this piece as such that you actually have a hole in the back of the palette to hang this up if you wanted to display it, which I think is so freaking awesome. So like I said, they had both palettes, but I only wanted the colorful one. As you guys know, I love my blues, my purples, greens, that sort of thing. So I was like, okay, so what's the discount on this thing? So she said, oh, she's doing her thing. She's like, $17. I'm like, I'll take it. Like, I was just like, bring it up right now. So when you open it, you have a mirror in here. And then, let me get out you get a brush, dual-sided brush. Those are the colors right there. Oh, could you like be any more in love? If you love these colors, they are so vibrant. As I was looking at this, I'm like, oh my God, this looks like the Kristen Leanne palette. Because you get the purple, the blue, you get a green. And actually this is, I'm sorry, this is a navy blue. This is like a teal color. And then you get the green there, you get a black, you get a light purple, a pink. So for me, as soon as I opened it, and I think it's just because I'm so drawn to these colors, but as soon as I opened it, I'm just like, why is this like jogging my memory? Like I've seen this before. And again, the colors are very similar to the Kristen Leanne palette, and Urban Decay did that one as well. But either way, it doesn't matter. I am so extremely happy, so happy to have this palette, and at $17, you know, like you can't go wrong store. So anyway, back to the CCO. So I love going into that store because I know that during holidays they have a really nice percentage off. So I walked around the store probably like 20 times because I keep looking at stuff. But one of the very first things that I grabbed like instantly when I saw it was this Bobbi Brown Luxe Eyeshadow. It's a rich sparkle shadow, and this is in the color Chlorophyll. They had this color, a purple color, and a couple of other lighter colors like champagnes and golds and things like that. And again, with this, I almost got all of them. The original price was, well, the CCO price, or it says CCS, I know people call it CCO sometimes, is $26.75. It was 50% off of that. So first of all, the packaging is absolutely luxurious, very mirrored there, very reflective. And then when you open it, they actually do give you a mirror. And this is what the shadow looks like. I'm hoping that the camera is really picking that up because it is so beautiful and so sparkly. I did swatch this when I was in store. I am not gonna swatch it now because mama don't wanna waste any of it. But boy, when I tried it, it's not an opaque color. I will say that. It's not opaque to the point that it's going to be all you're gonna need. I mean, you could have it absolutely alone on your eyelid, but it's more like a topper or very light wash of that color with some glitter in it, but it was just spectacular when I swatched it. And then these two next items that I got, when I saw them, I was like, yes, thank the cosmetics gods. So the first thing that I saw, and I grabbed like right away when I saw it was what I thought it was, is from MAC, and this is the Snowball face bag. This was the one that came out this holiday season, and this one has the Whisper of Guilt highlighter in it. So first of all, let's talk about the bag. The bag itself is absolutely gorgina. I love it. Love the sequins. You can use this as an evening bag, you know, a little makeup bag in your regular everyday bag. Or if you're in school, you want to be extra, there's a badass pencil bag right there. So it unzips and you get this gorgeous brush, which a lot of times I know they say that when MAC does their holiday collections, the brushes are not as good as their normal line because they don't make them the same. That's why I've never purchased their holiday brushes. This brush though is beautiful. Look at, I mean, you know, it's a very small handle, which is nice, but look at how this fans out. Beautiful for highlight, of course, or a nice sweep of blush or even bronzer. I haven't used this yet, so I cannot wait to use it. But of course, you've got that like shiny rose gold on the handle. Actually, the whole brush is that like finish, which is really nice. And then of course you get the highlighter, which is, oh my God, just so beautiful. So there's the packaging. And I know people have talked about this when it came out during the holidays, but again, this was $42.25 and it was 50% off of that. So I got a really good deal on this. So of course, when you open it up, you get a mirror and then the finish of the Whisper of Guilt, like the actual inlay there. If you could see that, it's like a snowflake. Oh, so beautiful. I actually already own Whisper of Guilt in a set that I got the previous Christmas when that was the Nutcracker Suite, and they had it like in a duo with a blush. And as soon as I heard Whisper of Guilt, I'm like, okay, I have to have it because I know it's sold out. They don't sell it anymore. I got it, absolutely love it. But again, this set was such a good deal that I had to get it again. And you can never have too much Whisper of Guilt. So that's that. And then the second MAC product I got, also from that collection from this past year, is the Snowball Mini Lip Gloss Kit. So that's the packaging there. And again, it comes in a super cute bag. This one doesn't have sequins, but it's just like a mirrored rose gold and has a cute little sequin ball there. So again, same thing. You can use it for makeup. You can use it, you know, to travel, for lipstick, lip liners, eyeliners, whatever. And then you get 3 lip products. The first one I have here is a MAC Cream Sheen Glass. And this is in Below Freezing. So I am going to, actually, I'm going to go ahead and swatch these on the other hand. I haven't used all of these. I've only used one. So this is basically like what it says. You can get either a really nice, light, shimmery coating on your lips, just this tiniest hint of reflect, or you can use this over top a lipstick, which is probably the way I would use it. And then the next one is a MAC Vamplify. This is an iced over. And these are smaller than what their normal sizes are. They're, like they say, they're a mini lip kit. But still, I mean, if you have a lot of lipsticks and stuff, you're probably not going to use this too quickly. And I like the smaller size as well for travel. So that's that color right there, the iced over. That, of course, you can wear on its own or over another lipstick. And then the last one, which I have used and I was absolutely in love with, is another Cream Sheen glass. And this one is in Winter Warmer. So this is more of an opaque color. Oh, just so beautiful. So beautiful. So that's it right there. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. So again, as you can see, these 3 are, you know, those types of things that are not going to be completely opaque, and not something that you're going to get a lot of pigmentation from, of course, but you can wear these on their own if you like something that just has a nice sheen, or you can wear them on top of something else. So that is that set, which again, I'm just really happy to have these. I did get a few things from the collection, but they always come out with so much, you know, MAC does during Christmas, that it's like, I'm not going to spend $300 and $400 on a complete Christmas collection. But finding these there was really an awesome find, so I was happy with that. And just to let you know, the set with the 3 lip products was $22.25, and then I got 50% off of that. So it was a really good deal with everything that I got there. So now we're going to move on to the non-makeup stuff. And something that, when I thought about yesterday that I hadn't filmed yet, I was like, wow, this is just so weird. So whenever we go, we always go to the usual haunts for handbags and things. Michael Kors, Coach, Dooney and Burke. For me, it's always been and always will be Kate Spade. They know when we go to outlets, they're like, make way, Elba's on her way to Kate Spade, give her room, give her, you know, breathing space, just leave her in there, we'll text you where we're at when you're done. Because I could spend so much time in a Kate Spade store. She is far and away my favorite designer. She has really, within the last 6 months to 8 months, I've just really gotten more into that kind of quirky and playful and colorful aesthetic. It makes me happy to see it. And so I did end up picking up several things at Kate Spade. We always go to Michael Kors first because it's just how we walk, you know, where we park. And it's okay, let's go in there first. And I'm looking at stuff and there was some nice stuff, but I'm like, let's go to Kate Spade first. And the girl's like, you'll be back. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, No, I won't. I'm going to Kate Spade. So anyway, so I knew I wanted to go for jewelry. I've really been into Kate Spade's jewelry lately, but it can get expensive on her website. Sometimes sale is on sale, which is a really good time to get it. So they had so many beautiful things. And I got one of I think one of what is kind of her classic bangle here in cream and gold. So there's the bracelet there. Beautiful enamel and cream and gold. On the inside it says the Kate Spade New York logo. It is just absolutely beautiful, and I have been wanting one of these bangles for a very, very long time. All of the jewelry that I purchased was 70% off, so I got a really good deal. So the 3 pieces that I'm going to show you here, I got all of them for $66. So the next bracelet I got is this kind of open hinge bracelet in gold, and then it has on each side like a bar. I tried to focus earlier, but the camera wouldn't focus, so I'm not even going to bother. But it has like bars on the side, and then it has fake diamonds throughout each bar, which I really love the way this sits on the wrist. It is just so elegant and so dainty, but so pretty at the same time. Absolutely love it. I fell in love with this style when I was watching the videos that they do with Anna Kendrick, Mischievous, I think it's called, or Misadventure, and the Christmas one where she had been stood up by her date and she was at the Russian tea room. She was holding up her phone and I saw this bracelet. I don't think it was the same one, but it's the same style. And I'm like, I need that bracelet. And I have been looking and looking, and I finally went into the outlet and I found it, so I got it. And then the next thing, it's not something that I would normally gravitate towards, but as soon as I saw them, I was like, these have to be mine. They have to be mine. These are the most gorgeous earrings I have ever seen. They are so gorgeous. They're called Scenic Route, and this is what they look like. So they are absolutely gorgeous. They have hummingbirds. Love the green glass, just that, like that tangerine orange. Absolutely gorgeous. I could not get my eyes off of these earrings. They were originally $108, and I think I got them for maybe $33 or $36, which to me was very well worth what, you know, just looking at these earrings, they were just worth every penny. So the earrings, again, just with this colorful range of glass and enamel and all that stuff, they had necklaces in this shade range, other earrings, and some bracelets. But again, I was like, you need to rein it in. You can't go in there and buy every single thing. And now I'm like kicking myself in the ass because I wish I had. But like I said, we're going to the outlets in probably about a month. And if they have any of the rest of the collection, I am going to buy it. So the last thing that I purchased was, I purchased these first and I was on my way out of the store. And I kind of passed it and I'm like, let me back up here. And I had seen it on the way in, but I kept looking at it, and I'm like, to be honest, the rest of the handbags there, some were really nice, but some were a little over what I wanted to spend. But I saw this one and I'm like, it's different, it's very spring-like, and the price is really good at $128. And I love Kate Spade handbags anyway, so I'm going to, this is probably going to take center stage because it's a handbag, but this is what I got. Isn't it gorgeous? It's so beautiful. So I'm going to try to hold it over here so you could still kind of see my face a little bit, and hopefully I am in focus here. As I'm looking at the bag more and more, I'm thinking, holy shit, it totally matches my earrings, and it does. The color range is the same. You got the hummingbirds, just absolutely beautiful. And it's funny because I did not make the connection in the store, but the handbag is absolutely gorgeous. It's like, I'm not going to say plasticky material, but it's a material that's going to be very easy to clean. It's not leather, but it's just very beautiful. And I just love these pops of color and the way it just reminds me of spring. So that is going to finish off my Florida haul. But before I leave you, to get back quickly on the subject of Kate Spade, I'm devastated to hear that she was in such a dark place, that yesterday for her was the day. And somebody reminded me today, which is very important to note, that it's angering when people all of a sudden are jumping to help, are jumping to remind people about the suicide hotline when a celebrity dies. It doesn't take away the fact that, you know, Kate Spade, Robin Williams, people like that, where you didn't see these issues, where you didn't see these problems, where they weren't prominently displayed. Depression and anxiety, they do not discriminate, not in the least. And that's honestly the first thing I thought of when I heard about Kate Spade. I said, that just goes to show you that no matter how much money you have, no matter how nice your Park Avenue apartment in New York is, no matter how colorful you dress, no matter how many times you're smiling in front of the camera, no matter how glamorous your life seems, no one knows what is going on below the surface. And I think that that's very important to note. We also have to acknowledge the fact that people who perhaps are rich but not in the limelight commit suicide. People that are middle class and not in the limelight commit suicide. People who are poor and not in the limelight commit suicide. Every day people commit suicide. Every day it gets that dark that nothing else matters. Their kids don't matter. Their spouses don't matter. And not that they don't matter, but that even those things, those entities, those things that should keep you here are not strong enough in your mind to keep you here. You know, without getting into people, everybody has their opinion on suicide. And I think the thing with that is, if you don't understand how somebody could get to that point, if you yourself say, I could never get to that point, then count your lucky stars that you've never gotten to that point. It doesn't matter what's in your life. It doesn't matter how great your life looks to those on the outside. If you yourself are internalizing something differently, if you yourself are in this abyss of a black hole, then none of the good things are going to be enough. And so I ask that if you know someone who's hurting and you're on the outside, talk to them. If you are the one that's hurting, understand that there are people out there who love you, who want the best for you, who want you breathing, who want you here. So in your mind, you may say, they're better off without me. No, they are not. No, we are not. We want you here. We're better off with you. If you have family, if you have friends, talk to someone. If you don't have someone that's close to you, if you really don't have family, I'm going to put the suicide hotline number somewhere around here. Talk to someone, call someone. That is what they're there for. I can relate to feeling certain ways. I can relate to being in an abyss that nothing else seems to matter. But they do, and they will. And if you talk to someone, perhaps that can be the turning point for you. It is never so bad. Never. That is a trick that mental illness plays on us. It is never so bad that people don't want you here, that your children don't want you here, that your husband, that your wife, that your sister, that your mother, that your father want you here. You are worth everything. You are loved. You are supported. You are worth it. So you fight and you get past that and you talk to somebody and you make sure to let people know what's going on, because there are people out there who want to be by your side. There are people out there who want to support you, but they need to know what's going on. So please, please, if you are in that way, if you are having those thoughts, don't. Talk to someone. Don't take that next step. It is never worth it. And when you're gone, you're gone. And those that are left are only left with pain. Memories, yes, but the pain of what has happened is what's going to overshadow everything. Please get help. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.